Welcome everyone to my new Facebook Live again this Wednesday today. And today I want to invite you to my talk tomorrow. Tomorrow, October 21 at 8:30 p.m. I'm going to be giving a talk, so it's going to be all about asthma and how we can treat it with as little medicines as possible. And today we're going to be talking about asthma triggers that you've never heard of. Asthma is the most chronic disease in the world, and there are reasons for this. One of them is that it has a lot of causes that are not even in the book. So today, let's explore some of these triggers that you have never heard of. This is the top 3 asthma triggers that you've never heard of. Okay, so as I mentioned, asthma is the most common chronic disease in the world, and one of the reasons for this is because and it has 262 million sufferers alone in 2019. I think the numbers have kept going up and up and up despite the advances in medicines. Now, a lot of people say, hey, if you don't want to have asthma, you have to avoid asthma triggers because asthma can be triggered by stuff that can be regularly seen like pollen and grass, stuff like that. But the worst triggers are the stuff that you can't see, the stuff that you don't know what's causing it. So people are telling me, doctor, I have allergic rhinitis, but I can't figure out what I'm allergic to. I just wake up and my nose is clogged up. Doctor, when the weather changes, I get asthma. Something just triggers it. We don't know why it happens in cold weather and stuff like that. And this is the reason why medicines are often inadequate, because we don't know what these triggers are. So today, let's go through the top 3 triggers that you've never heard of. Well, number 3 is embarrassment. Kind of strange, no? Why is embarrassment a trigger? Well, when there are emotional changes in your body, when you are thinking about stuff, you become angry, you become fearful, or you become embarrassed. There are changes with the way you breathe, and a lot of things with the changes in your body, and that can trigger asthma. Now, in a UK study revealed recently, they found that a lot of teens and youth don't want to use their medicines because they get embarrassed by these medicines. Many times, the embarrassment is due to the way movies portray asthma, people with asthma. People with asthma is often used as some sort of climatic point to break either to make people look silly, or to make a place look really scary or something. How someone can't breathe and tries to reach for an asthma inhaler. We see this a lot, and this negative portrayal of asthma in the movies affects the way the teens young people see asthma. So they don't want to have asthma because they don't want to be singled out as somebody who's a little different, and the embarrassment not only prevents the teens from using their medicines properly, it can also be a source of an asthma trigger. Okay, number 2 is ignorance. Yes, I know everybody who have asthma, they do their job in finding out what causes the asthma. They study their medicines very well. They master this very well. The name of the medicines, where to buy it. All these things are they are mastered by people who live with asthma. Now, my question is, if you are somebody who live with asthma and you master these things, have you mastered the things that are outside medicine? The stuff that you can do to stop asthma from medicines. This is one reason why I love teaching the Buteyko method, because it's very effective. And believe it or not, a lot of people who suffer from asthma have a hard time believing in this when they listen to my talks, because they have been so accustomed to using medicines, and they master the use of medicine so much that they tend to develop an ignorance on the stuff that's not medicine. So again, I invite you to my talk tomorrow, and I can give you a little bit more information regarding this, on how this can help you out for asthma and the people who have asthma, how we can help them. Okay, so number 3. So my question to you, are you ignorant of your non-drug options? Because if you are, we can help you with this. Okay, and lastly, number 3, the trigger that you've never heard of is the wrong breathing technique. A lot of people think, we all breathe in the same way. It's not like that. No, each person can breathe differently, And there a lot of times we are taught to do deep breathing exercises, taking in deep breath in and out like this. Many people.
Why do you stop?
The streaming software has stopped. It's turned red. You have to wait till the internet catches up.
This might help you. But going better?
Attempt 1 successful. Okay. So, we're back. You know, when you do deep breathing exercises, you can actually have an asthma attack, asthma trigger. This is one of the mechanisms that could be responsible for why people get asthma when they exercise. When they exercise, they take deep breaths. Some people, they suddenly have asthma attacks when they're asleep, when they wake up early, and it's because when they're asleep, they take deep breaths. You know, so deep breathing or the wrong breathing technique is an asthma trigger that many people with asthmatics have never heard of, and we can easily correct it. So for those of you, if you have friends who have asthma, family members who have asthma, I want to invite them to go to my lecture tomorrow on October 21. Yes, learning the Buteyko method can help reverse this wrong breathing method, this wrong breathing technique. No, you don't need a paper bag to correct it. Almost everybody who has asthma has this thing called chronic hyperventilation syndrome, meaning the breathing is always wrong. And you can put a paper bag. That's what they do in the hospital. But when when you keep using this, you will revert back to your old breathing once you remove the paper bag. The Buteyko method can help you correct it permanently. It can help you correct it permanently if you know how it's done. So, if you want to know more, I would like to invite you. And if you know anyone with asthma, you know asthma affects 1 in out of every 10 Filipinos. So if you know somebody, if you know 10 people, you know somebody already with asthma. Please let that person know that I will be giving a talk tomorrow, October 21 at 8:30 p.m. Share with them this video and have them write, I want in the links in the comments below, and I'll send you the links to attend my talk tomorrow. So I hope we get an asthma-free world. I want everybody in the world to get to know how to correct their asthma. I'm Dr. Charles Edward Florendo, the Southeast Asia's premier, pioneer, Buteyko practitioner here in Southeast Asia. Well, I just said that. I'll see you guys, okay? See you soon.